Today we're on our way to Bakersville, North Carolina to meet Lanny. He's a 75-year-old veteran whose access to his house was washed away by Hurricane Helene. He's having to drive a four-wheeler up a steep embankment to get to his house. A home that he doesn't want to leave, but with the winter coming on, the situation's only going to get more dangerous.
This is all that remains of what used to connect Lanny with the outside world. This isn't a story about property loss. It's about isolation and danger. With the driveway gone, Lanny has no way to safely get in and out of his home, and emergency vehicles can't reach him. The only way to get to Lanny's home now is through an adjacent property up a steep, muddy hill. The incline is treacherous, especially for an elderly man with medical issues. Volunteers donated a four-wheeler to help Lanny navigate this path, but it's far from a safe solution. The hill is steep and slick, and when the ground is wet, there's a high risk of the four-wheeler sliding. With winter here, ice and snow will only make the situation worse. For Lanny, each trip up and down the hill is dangerous. One misstep or slip of the four-wheeler could lead to a devastating accident.
Here at Lanny's, his driveway is washed out. I'm going to try to get up to his house to talk to him. This is the only way around. This is a pretty steep embankment for a young man to have to go up hard on the back. When I get here to the top, I'll point the camera back down so you can kind of get an idea of how steep it is. And anybody imagine their dad or granddad having to walk up that hill there to get to and from home? He's got a generator.
Look at that. The amazing power of Mother Nature. Let's go meet Lanny.
That's a climb, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. I said that's a climb for a young man. It's steep.
Yeah, it's killer. When it's dry, I ride four-wheeler off of it. But as muddy as it is now, I don't, I
Yeah.
don't want to slide to the bottom.
To restore safe access to Lanny's home, the driveway must be rebuilt. But the cost is staggering. 180-foot long, 5-foot diameter concrete culvert is needed to stabilize the land and prevent further washouts. culvert alone is estimated to cost $51,000, and that doesn't include the heavy equipment, dirt, rocks, and labor required to fill the gaps and secure the property. Without these repairs, Lanny's home, garage, and surrounding land remain vulnerable to further landslides and erosion. Despite the enormous challenges, Lanny has not been left to face this alone. A dedicated network of neighbors and volunteers have come together to help. They began clearing debris and removed a totaled car that once belonged to his late wife. A bittersweet moment of both heartbreak and progress. As I visited with Lanny, he shared stories of his life here on this mountain and the challenges he's faced since Hurricane Helene. He told me of some of the heroes that have come to his aid, like Eaves Little, who has organized support through groups like Veterans Hope, Appalachian Disaster Relief, and Operation Drop. Lauren arranged a medical team that could reach Lanny's home to provide treatment and medication during a recent illness. Starlink Internet has also been set up to keep Lanny connected to the outside world, a critical lifeline for someone so isolated. Lanny was thankful for Jeff's ATV, who fixed him a four-wheeler to get up the hill, and Samaritans Purse, who tackled the cleanup task of addressing the mold that had begun to spread after the floodwaters invaded Lanny's home. The floodwaters that took Lanny's driveway also carried away his truck. Once parked safely near his home, the truck now lies far downstream, stranded in a creek, a haunting reminder of the storm's sheer power. The loss of the driveway has cut Lanny off from the basic necessities of life. Emergency vehicles cannot reach him in case of a crisis, and without a reliable way to leave his home, he remains isolated and at risk. The steep hill through neighboring land is a short-term solution at best, and one that grows more dangerous with each passing day. This video is more than a glimpse into one man's struggles. It's a reflection of the determination that defines the people of Western North Carolina. Lanny's story is a powerful reminder of the critical need for support in the wake of Hurricane Helene, especially with winter moving in. Countless families here are still grappling with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Homes have been destroyed, lives upended, and communities forever changed. While the floodwaters have receded, the need for help has not. Let's not forget them.